We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox. The Braves look to extend their historic winning streak to 18 right after this. Marcus Walden is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Boston. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changed.
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. And now a moment to show you the lineup for Atlanta in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Inciarte plays with. He hit over 450 last month. Nobody could figure out how to get him out. And I'm telling you, he's not cooling down. He's the guy I'm watching.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies, as he rips it on the ground to second. And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Batting third, the catcher, CODY Sullivan.
Standing in, CODY Sullivan. And with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, D-Roll, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys, definitely. The 2 teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well, both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Roll, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
The center fielder, number 13.
So striding forward now, Ronald Acuna having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the NL batting chase.
This guy can do just about everything when he's in the lineup. In the top 5 in the league in runs scored, and he's a big part of this offense. So there's more to this guy than just swinging the bat. He can get on base, too.
First offering on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Albies, the runner at first with 2 gone. Bouncer to the left side. Devers fields it cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Braves strand 1. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. John Smoltz gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Pitch on the way.
The left fielder, Andrew.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Smoltz tossed a little over 85 innings so far with a dominant sub-3 ERA, good by anybody's standards. Albies scoops it up, and there's 1 gone to start the night. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, you have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. He comes into this one among the leaders in slugging percentage. Top 5 in the American League. I love watching him when he comes to the plate. There's an electricity about this guy. He has power, and there's a swagger about him that you just can't miss.
Dustin Pedroia comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Here comes the 0-1. Pedroia, affectionately nicknamed Laser Show. He's currently in the first year of a new 2-year contract. And Pedroia swings through that one as he's set down on strikes for the second out.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That average coming in right at 300 on the nose. 28 home runs and 64 runs batted in. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Nothing in the Boston first. We've played an inning at Fenway. No score here on the show. Digging in, Andrew Jones, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think...
And this is going to be a base hit for Andrew. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. So next up will be Freddie Freeman. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that is into the visitors' bullpen, a home run. A 2-run blast off the bat of Freddie Freeman. 34 home runs now on the year, and it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
Man, you could tell by the sound of that one off the bat, that was going a long way.
In now, Chipper Jones. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
1-0 the count. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left, and it's off the green monster. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day. Into the box now, Gary Sheffield. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. When facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Sheffield brings in a batting line above the 450 mark. Do not sleep on his at-bats, folks.
These are the stats the oppositions look at. Being great with runners in scoring position. He has certainly been that, and he's able to slow the moment down.
Batting 9. The right.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning, keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Bradley is there, 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Ender Inciarte.
Ready for another chance? Ender Inciarte. He flied out leading off the ball game. He's set and the pitch.
Count 1-0.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Into right field. That's a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Roll. That extends his hitting streak to 9 games.
Yeah, he's leaking into 3 series right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well, and he's making the proper adjustments at the plate.
Ozzie Albies will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Good cutter there, and he's got him behind the 8 ball now. 0-2.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. Gone. He uses that short porch to an advantage home run. Three-run home run down the line in right. Number 17 for him on the season. And the Braves have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
At the plate, Cody Sullivan. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 33 on the year. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
Dan, I can only speak from my own past experiences. When the flags are blowing out, you want as many at-bats as you can, and that's exactly what's happened. This ball's jumping at it.
You know, D-Roll, this is always a nightmare for a pitcher. Not only is this a good hitting ballpark, but the wind blows out on top of it. This is the last place you want to be a pitcher at.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight.
Number 65.
So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on 1 pitch, and the inning is over. But they managed to bat around as 9 men come to the plate, and 6 of them score. On now to the bottom of the 2nd. Braves lead this one 6-0. And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first 2.
Ground ball foul down the left side. The 0-2 once more. Liner towards second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Rafael Devers is at the plate as he looks at ball one. A runner at first with no outs here. A ball and a strike.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Fouled off. And another foul ball. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Smoltz is there, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting seven, the right fielder, Alex.
So the runner at first here with two gone in the inning, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo. Popped up. Sheffield is under it, and that retires the side. Red Sox leave one. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. A solo home run off the bat of Andrew Jones. Home run number 51 on the year as this lead swells to 7-0.
Not every home run is exactly the same. That ball was absolutely destroyed.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Hit in the air out to center field. Chasing after it is Bradley. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Chipper Jones.
So one gone for the Braves here in the third. And standing in now, one of the best players of the past 2 decades, the great Chipper Jones. First offering on its way. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Next for Atlanta, the shortstop, Gary Sheffield.
Stepping in, Gary Sheffield. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Line drive to center field. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. Throw into second, and he's safe.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
Nick Markakis digging in now as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the 0-1 pitch. ripped down the first base line. But this will get foul for strike 2. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. Throw to second, but he's in there. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Ender Inciarte will be the next to bat. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Bradley. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Braves on top 8-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next to hit is the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's up near the top, currently tied for second in that category in the National League. Jackie Bradley Jr. is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner, but little trouble handling this one down there at third as that will end the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Bradley is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
Man, did this one get ugly early. As a starting pitcher, you're looking to get some length, and certainly 5 or 6 innings. He couldn't even get out of the second inning in this one. This is one he'd certainly like to forget.
Now the pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second home run of the game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. Acuna digs in now as he rips it on the ground to second. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
The left fielder, number 25, Andrew Jones.
Striding in once again, Andrew Jones. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Braves 9 and the Red Sox nothing. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And set to go is the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Not shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
Behind 0-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a liner. But this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter, J.D.
Stepping into the box, J.D. Martinez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Fouled away. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Xander Bogaerts is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuna's there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're down 9-0. Darwinzon Hernandez gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Ready for another shot now. Freddie Freeman. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Benintendi's got it, and there's one away.
The batter, the third baseman, Chipper Jones.
Digging in the switch hitter, Chipper Jones. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here.
Yeah, you got to control the controllables, Matty. All you can do is put barrel to baseball and see what happens. You cannot control the defensive wizardry on the other side.
Lined hard toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out. The next to bat for Atlanta, Gary Sheffield. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same. And
the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves, but they'll live with it as they hold a 9-0 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Unable to find the zone with the slider. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed, strike three. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the fifth as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Way late on the fastball for strike one.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into the middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
Behind 0-2 now. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with another 0-2. Pulled toward right center field. Acuna's there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Nick Markakis, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Coming forward now is the Braves' designated hitter, Ender Inciarte. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hard hit ball to short. Bogarts has it. And very quickly they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The batter number 1.
Stepping into the box, Ozzie Albies. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Into the box now, Christian Vasquez will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Drifting under it now is Markakis, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Jackie.
Digging in to try it again, Jackie Bradley Jr. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Acuña's there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew.
So digging in now, Andrew Benintendi. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
In for strike 2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Over to take charge of this one is Andrew, and that'll do it. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. We're through 6 full. Atlanta leads it 9-0. At the plate, Cody Sullivan. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
In now, Ronald Acuña. And he puts it on the ground to second. And that is into right field, a base hit. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Stepping in now, Andrew Jones. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. And there's ball one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's in there for a base hit. His 3rd hit of the game.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
3.
Standing in now, Freddie Freeman, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Now a long throw home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Heath Hembry comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Into the box, Chipper Jones, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. In his career, Jones is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
Yeah, Matty, I know in today's game, batting average isn't held in high regard, but for a career to be north of 300, you're doing it.
Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out.
Well executed 2-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
At the plate, Gary Sheffield. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's the Braves 11 and the Red Sox nothing. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And it's quickly 0-2. Again, another foul ball. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take. And he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Here's J.D. Martinez. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. No hits to this point. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ball 1. Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. They trail in this one 11-0. Ready to begin the 8th, and standing in the powerful right fielder Nick Markakis. Now the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now to the plate, Ender Inciarte runs up and gets this one down. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
He tried the surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
One away for the Braves here in inning number 8. And that'll bring up the exciting Ozzie Albies. Hit out towards second. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
CODY Sullivan will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. First offering on its way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And it bangs off the monster. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double to drive it, another run. This guy is a money run producer.
To the plate now, Ronald Acuna. Here's a huge swing by Acuna and a drive to deep left. Benintendi retreats to the track and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Braves 12 and the Red Sox nothing. Rafael Devers the next to bat. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one. What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Drilled down the line. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Now at the plate, Mitch Moreland. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Boy, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled away. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Into the box now, Alex Verdugo. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Just about given up for dead. It's 12-0. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Andrew Jones. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. Bogarts lays out. What a stop. It's late. He's safe. Almost got him after the great stop, but it's a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the inning.
You know, D-Row, when he makes a phone call after the game to call his parents and say he had a 4-hit day, you think he's going to tell them about that infield single right there?
Oh, no, that was a line drive in the gap. We always used to say on the bench, Dan, anybody could get 3 hits in a big league game. Got to get that 4th one. That's what separates you. Those are the special moments.
2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
At the ball. 1-1.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. And they've really got something going here. Runners at 2nd and 3rd to start the inning.
He's not going to complain, but he was thinking what the rest of us were thinking when that left his bat. Home run number 2. Didn't quite have enough, so he has to be content with a double.
Ryan Brazier enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. At the plate now, Chipper Jones. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really changed.
And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, but particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
Striding in, Gary Sheffield. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Digging in and looking for more, Nick Markakis. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He pulls into 2nd safely, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Designated hitter, Ender Inciarte.
At the plate, Ender Inciarte stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. is in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
They are putting in some work at the plate in this one, Matt. Another great AB, another hit, another nail in the coffin. That's a startling 15 runs in this one, and they're still going.
So up steps Ozzie Albies, and he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Yeah, they've been crushing it at the plate all game long, as 16 runs on the scoreboard can attest. Not much you can say or do on the other side of it. Just have to get over it and get after it again next time.
Standing in now, Cody Sullivan. Hard hit towards center. Bradley is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. The Braves lead it 16-0. Into the box now, Christian Vasquez. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's in there, base hit.
Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
So here now is Jackie Bradley, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Line to the right side, and this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. There's one.
Now batting, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Andrew Benintendi. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Runners on first with 1 down. And it's fouled away. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Another 0-2 coming. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Comes set, and the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Last strike now for the Red Sox. Left side. There to take it is Chipper. Throw to first will be in time to get him, and the Braves will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
16-0 the final tonight. The Braves took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. John Smoltz records the victory, his 13th of the year, with 15 strikeouts. Marcus Walden permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 19 minutes. tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 37,755. We'd like to thank the